Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another live stream for you guys. Ewan just popped up in the stream out of nowhere. What's going on, Ewan?
Oh,
What's
nothing.
going
That just scared me. When that started, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it's pretty loud. It's pretty loud. I'm sorry about that, you guys. If that
That's
hurt
okay.
your ears, I'm very sorry.
No,
But
man.
yeah, today is a very exciting day. We're here to talk about Stranger Things season 4. Got some awesome guests with me today. Like I said, I got Ewan Reviews here today. I got Mind of a Nerd, aka Tyler, here with me today. I got Vengeance Media, aka Matt, here with me, and also got Slay3r Reviews here with me as well.
What's up,
To
guys?
talk about this awesome season of Stranger Things. Like I said, this is a full spoiler, you guys. If you guys have not seen any of the show, don't be here. You know, go ahead and leave, come back, watch the season, then come back and talk about it. Or go check out Ewan review. He reviewed it yesterday, so
Thank
go
you.
watch his review.
Me too.
Yeah, go check out Tyler's Instagram because he reviewed it as well. I don't know if Matt, I don't know if you reviewed it, Slay3r, if you reviewed it, go check out their content as well. What's going on, everybody? You guys ready to talk about Stranger Things?
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir, man.
Yes.
All right, we're
definitely.
gonna go around the panelists, and want to start with Ewan since he just showed up. What were your general thoughts of Stranger Things season 4?
I thought it was incredible. I think it's probably my favorite season yet. Although I'm just going off of memory from 3 years ago.
Right.
But it had I could think of at least 3 scenes that are probably my top 3 of the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
And character wise, this is easily the best it's been.
I know what
Yes.
one of those scenes are.
I wonder. Yeah, that's actually not my number one, surprisingly, but yeah.
That's nice. Matt, what were your general thoughts of season 4?
Dude, I'm still like, I still need therapy, man. I need
Yeah.
therapy. Where's the helpline? Where was the helpline after the episode? Because I need it. I need it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was, yeah, you know, it was the last thing I thought about before I went to sleep last night, and it's the first thing I thought about when I woke up. It's literally one of the craziest seasons we've ever had. It's
Mhm.
taking the world by storm, and dude, that I'm just my whole mind has been blown. You know, I have a few minor complaints, but I'm sure that we're gonna get into the stream. But other than that, man, it was killer,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yeah. Slay3r, what's your thoughts? General thoughts?
Me, it was definitely worth the wait, 100%. It definitely was the most craziest season that I've ever seen in my life. And I got to say, yes, reflecting on 3 years, wow, it was incredible. I loved every moment. I loved everything about the season. And I just loved everything, really. It was
Sure.
great.
For sure. Tyler, go ahead and end it. You know, go ahead and give your general thoughts of season 4, buddy.
It's got to be me, right?
It's gotta be you, man. Go ahead. Bro.
So, for those watching and those who follow me on my Instagram, know that I was very negative coming into the season because I did not like season 3 at all. Upon rewatch, I enjoyed it a little bit more, but I did not like it the first time I watched it. And I was like, why are we doing this? This doesn't really seem like it's warranting this. And then we got the thing with the run times, with which I was like, oh my
yeah.
God.
Each
bro.
episode being basically over an hour long.
They
And
were.
so when I watched the first volume, I was like, okay, that was good. It wasn't amazing for me, but it was really good. And then this volume came out and it was really, really good. Overall, I think the season is indeed really, really good. It's not my favorite season. It's my second favorite season. It's not perfect, but I do think it is really good. And I had to eat crow because I did not think this season was going to be good. I thought this season was going to be long and messy. It's long in a good way,
Yeah.
but it's still messy in a bad way for me. But it's good. It's good. I can't deny it's good. And most of that comes from volume 2.
Yeah.
But it's really good though.
For me, going into the season, I didn't watch any trailers. I didn't watch any of the trailers. I seen the one they show Hopper being alive. I didn't see that one, but I didn't see any of the other trailers they showed. I did see images and posters. But I tried to stay away from the marketing because I didn't want to get spoiled. I wanted to go in not knowing what it was. I think I seen a picture of the way Vecna looks. I'm like, oh, he looks like Freddy Krueger. That's the first thing that came to mind. Oh, he looks like Freddy. And then so I watched the first episode and I'm like, wow, this is a lot more like Elm Street than I thought so. And I think for a good reason. And then after I watched the first volume, then I went back and watched the trailers. I'm like, damn, I'm upset. I should have reacted to these because these trailers are freaking awesome.
They're awesome.
They are really good trailers. It wouldn't help because they put music in the trailer, so I probably would have got copyrighted anyway. But I think the best way to probably go into the show is not thinking it's going to be good and then you're going to be blown away. Because I was on what Tyler was. I didn't think the season was going to be good. I'm like, we don't need a season 4. Everyone's arc was kind of not saying complete, but I think the story ended in a way where, okay, they're leaving Hawkins. Like, why? What is the big threat now? But the way they came into this season and the way they, like you said, the characters, it is proved to me that this is the best season. And yeah, we just watched it, but I could see myself going back to rewatch this season like I did season 1. So yeah, I really do love the season as well. And I went back and watched certain episodes. I definitely watched episode 4 again because episode 4 is freaking awesome.
With Dear Billy. The episode's called Dear Billy.
Yeah, Dear Billy. That's a great episode.
That was insane. That was
like Max. I think is she the MVP of this season?
Yes.
I'm thinking she's the MVP of the season. Because she was given the most depth, in the show, like, dealing with the death of Billy and stuff like that, and then her being hit with Vecna's curse. It's like, but real talk, the MVP is Eddie, bro. Eddie is the freaking MVP, guys. Man, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into spoilers. They freaking killed him, man. How the fuck they gonna give us just one season with this guy?
They do it every season, though. Yeah. Well, like basically. It was incredible though, and like he's already one of my favorites, and I might actually make a video. I don't know for sure, but there's so many reasons why I love him, and his death scene, as sad and as much as it affected me, it was so well done. That's one of my top 3 scenes.
Yeah, you're right. They do that every season because season 2 we had Bob, then 3 was Alexi, and then
exactly.
Poor Bob. I went watching season 2. I love Bob. So
don't get attached to anyone in season 5.
Don't get attached.
Because everyone was thinking it was going to be Robin. They thought Robin, Steve. I thought Nancy. I thought Nancy was going to be gone. I'm like, okay, can we kill one of the main characters? Let it be someone like Nancy.
Can we talk about how fucking beast mode Nancy went in the finale, bro?
Bro, he was like, Vecna put me in a curse. I'm coming for your ass. I want to take the shot.
Fucking girl boss.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
The song, though.
With that shotgun, man.
I was like, bro, where was this in the past, like, 2 seasons? Because I don't really I hated her in 3. I was like,
I did not like Nancy in season 3 either.
Finally, she was like, all right, enough of this shit. I'm kicking ass. Let's go. Yeah. And it was awesome. Man, we're already talking about the fucking finale. We already we got a whole plethora of shit. We're already on the fucking finale.
Yeah,
but that's because that's what stands out the most in this season is the finale.
That's all I'm saying. Did you guys go back and watch? So I guess you guys just watched volume 2, right? You guys didn't go back and watch the other episodes. I specifically went back and watched certain episodes because I'm not saying I want a refresher, but just because I thought about it, I really love this season. I love the way these episodes are, even though they're long. But like that first episode felt so much like Elm Street. That's why I gotta wear the Elm Street shirt because. Like the way they shot it, like the Dutch angles, like the way Vecna sounds, like everything, like I want the Duffer Brothers to do an Elm Street movie so bad. Like Duffer, come on, yo.
It was like that when obviously Eddie was playing the guitar and they were doing like a montage of Max trying to escape the house, and then you could hear Vecna going, "Where you going, Max?"
That was so
very
awesome.
Nightmare on Elm Street. That was so sick.
When she was opening the doors, that was awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah,
she was opening the doors and all the stuff was there. I loved when she opened the door and Billy was behind her. She was like, season 3, that was awesome. Yeah. I want to talk about the volume 1 before keep talking about volume 2. I know basically no one had this issue. I had this issue, and this was mainly why I did not like season 3. There's too much shit going on. For me personally, there's too much shit going on. There are I wrote them down at one point. I don't know what I did with them. I think I wrote down at least 18 plot lines in this season. At least 18. And I was sitting there. It feels like that because
it's like 4,
like 4 main plot lines.
Bro,
Are you talking about the plot lines within the plot lines? Okay,
because
or
you got
characters.
You've got this going on. Then you've got the stupid plot line with Jason and the kids thinking that the cult is a thing.
I didn't like that. The basketball.
I hate
so
that.
Bad.
Then the Hopper stuff. Listen,
the Hopper stuff is Russia.
Yeah, the Russian stuff. Right? I'm saying that's just all Russia stuff.
Yeah,
I did not like that at all. I found it. I found it boring. It I was a little bit with it, but then at a point I was like, I don't care, and I was on my phone every time they cut back to it because I just didn't find it interesting. I was so against them bringing Hopper back, and I didn't really come around to that until the finale when I saw him with Joyce and 11 again, and I was like, you know what? I still don't like it, but you know what? At this point, whatever.
Oh yeah.
I know we said we were gonna talk about Volume 1, but when they finally do it, when they finally get together, I'm like, it was like finally, like it was. I was like Thor at Ragnarok, like yes! Finally, like damn, they've been hitting at this since season 2. I guess you could say since season 2. Because they really didn't interact in season 1, but season 2 they've been hitting this that they was gonna get together, and I think the way they did,
because she was with Bob in 2.
Yeah, but he was looking at Joyce that way too. He didn't like Bob because he was with Joyce. So
that's crazy.
I'd say season 2, but I like that. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I didn't really like the Russian stuff, and my big issue was that they made to me the best of the 4 core storylines was the stuff with Max, Lucas,
the
Dustin,
Hawkins stuff.
You know.
The Hawkins stuff is the best part of this entire.
It's the core of the show. So
it is so good and so deep, and Vecna is fucking incredible.
Yes,
it's so good.
You would never hear a clock the same
when
No.
When they cut back to something I don't care about, I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
Like I want to get back to the meat and potatoes. And then you got the stuff with Mike and Will, and I didn't really find that interesting either. Like I understood what the goal was, but I feel like it took forever to get there.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's
to
because
me,
the episodes felt so long though, too. That's
it's not even that for me. It's because I feel like they drew like it was drawn out because the stuff with Max and Vecna and all that, I felt I was always engaging. Every time they cut back to it, I was like, "Ooh, okay, let's go." And then when they cut away, I'm like, "Oh." You know,
it's because they're far. It's because they're far across the country from the objective. That's what it is.
To me, Volume 1 really suffered from having too many plot lines, and to me, it suffered from not making them all as interesting as each other. They made one. They put all their eggs into one and made it this great thing, and then the other ones kind of suffered for it. And it shows when in episode 7. Mike and Will, they're not even there.
Yeah, that whole plot line is like kind of negated. Like we know what they're gonna do. They're gonna get to 11, but we don't need to see that because they're just sitting in the van the entire time. So let's focus on.
I was waiting for Will to come out of the closet. To be honest.
Yes. See, what you guys thought about that? Because he clearly likes
8,
Mike,
man.
and he just can't say it because he loves 11. So it's like.
Yeah.
When he delivered that speech in episode 8 and he turned around and was crying, I was like, oh, man.
The feels, man. The feels.
Oh.
That was just incredible because Will's been so sidelined, like literally the whole show.
Yeah.
Which is obviously, he was barely there in season 1.
Oh,
but
this episode 8, the second half, the volume 2 was the most important he was since season 2.
Yeah,
because in season 3 he has that little arc of him like, oh, we're changing, we're all going through changes, which is fucking amazing, but then they don't do anything with that.
Right.
It felt good to see the one who started it all finally in the spotlight again. Because fuck Mike. Mike is garbage, bro.
I don't know if he was crying because he wanted to come out, or I didn't know if he was crying.
He did. That's exactly why.
The same haircut for the next season.
Yo, they don't ever want to change his hair. They don't want to change barely any of it. The only person that changed their hair is Lucas.
Hopper.
And Hopper, obviously because he got shaved, but if he didn't get shaved, he had the same hair.
I mean, is a little bit longer though.
So
Right,
someone was
more.
like, the biggest villain of Stranger Things is Will's barber in every scene.
It is. It is. But like that scene was really great because I think that season 5 will finally put Will in the front, which I get. I mean, I like the other characters more because we've seen them, but I think season 5, you know how like every season there's been like the obvious leads, like this one we said was Max, and like there's a few like Luce and Max and Eddie and 11, obviously. Season 5, it'll be like Will. Will will be the big one here.
Yeah, because he's back now, and now
he's connected. He's the one connected to the Upside Down, and well, now that I guess we can say spoilers now that Vecna is the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that the Mind Flayer was a separate thing, but he's actually the Mind Flayer. He's controlling everything, which I'm happy they did, because if Vecna was just like a soldier, they thought he was a soldier. I'm like, that's.
I thought they were gonna do that. I thought they were gonna. I thought they were gonna kill him, and they were gonna have another big bad in season 5. I was like, please don't do this again. Thankfully, which I kind of knew he was dead when he disappeared. I was like, of course he's not dead. That was way too easy.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a great moment, but it was like, I was like, come on, bro.
If they don't show the full dead body, they're not dead. See, that's
when you've watched enough of these movies. Come on,
yeah. That's why like we know for 100% Eddie's dead. I wonder. I'm like, what do you guys think about this? Do you think Eddie's body left the Upside Down, or do you think it had to be left there?
I think it's still there.
I
don't think Dustin
is still there.
Justin didn't have the strength to grab.
Yeah, because he was limping. So
So
that whole scene with Dustin and Eddie, though, when Eddie was dying.
I lost it, dude.
I absolutely cried, man.
Something about Dustin being sad is even worse as well. It's like,
because he's like the sweetest.
Dustin is pretty dope in this season too. I really like Dustin a lot more in this season.
He's probably my favorite character and has been for a while. He's in the top 3.
Yeah,
Dustin is just great because you got the dynamic with him and Steve in 2 and 3, and then you have that plus him and Eddie, and it's like, dude, what can't you do?
I love that he says to Steve, like, "You're just Max. I got another adult friend. Like, you're just me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not jealous of that. But in the end, he is, but he's not because he's Steve. You know, I love the dynamic between Robin and Steve. The first thing they do when they're driving in the car, talking about how he likes Vicky, and they're talking about, hope they don't get monetized. They're talking about boobies. I love that scene, bro.
That scene's pretty good.
I liked Robin in this season. I liked her more in 3. I didn't really love her that much in this season. The one thing I don't like, I'll tell you this right now, her girlfriend that I guess is gonna be her girlfriend.
Vicky.
No, I don't like her.
She's another Robin. Clearly, after we
I don't.
Well, that's why I like her, is because she's somebody who finally actually matches Robin.
That's fine.
I mean, I love Robin, so
that's fine. But like, I don't know, something about that scene with just her rambling on and on. I was like, Jesus Christ. Please don't tell me this is going to be a thing in season 5. It probably will be.
Yes, it will.
I don't know.
Maybe because that's what Robin does.
Maybe it'll be better in season 5 when it's fully fleshed out. I don't know. But,
I don't know. I like her, but I more so like the potential of her. So.
Jonathan and Nancy are still a thing. Why?
I don't want him to. I don't want her to be with Steve. So shit.
Why not?
I don't want her to be with Steve.
Why not?
I don't want that. I want Steve to be on his own. He doesn't.
If Steve does not die, that's going to happen.
Yeah, I see it coming because the way this season ends, and they're both skeptical about their relationship.
It's better than her being with Jonathan.
This is where I'm going to get very controversial. Yeah, more people should have died.
Oh yeah,
it should have been. It was hyped up. This last volume 2 was hyped up to be the red wedding of Stranger Things.
There's never going to be, after watching it, there's never going to be a red wedding. There's never going to be a red wedding again, like Game of Thrones. There's never going to be.
So it was being hyped up as the most darkest. It's the most fucked up. It's the most, like 5 people with the main people were going to die, and not like. And you know when
nobody died. Fucking Jason died. But nobody died.
Jason died.
Eddie died.
Eddie died. Come on, Eddie. But okay.
No, what are you doing?
Not nobody, but when I say nobody, I mean the main characters.
And it's, I mean, they should have just let her go personally, and
No, but that's what
When I
think,
say nobody, I mean the main characters, not
Yeah.
obviously.
I know. I'm just.
When it comes to the characters dying, I think like the writers and the creators know, like, man, we kill like especially one of the kids, we're gonna hear it. But then if you don't, they're still gonna hear it. They're in a lose-lose situation because if
it's
they
called
kill,
taking risks.
I agree. Trust, I'm with you. I wanted
Yeah.
if you guys didn't know, like I said, the spoiler. We're talking about Max at the end of the series. I thought she was gone. Like
Same.
once her
Here,
arm started breaking, I'm like, oh yeah, it's done. Like that's it.
But that scene after she landed, she's like, "I'm not ready to go. I can't."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
oh my
man,
god, that was
I lost it.
probably the best.
felt
Oh, bro, I'm with you.
Probably the best
I had
one.
chicken skin. I had chicken skin. I had like
literally
goosebumps.
right. I
Hairs
felt
on
that.
up, and it was bro.
And she was like, "Oh, I can't feel anything. I can't
my
see."
God.
And just the visual of her eyes and all
It's
that
white
shit.
as
I was
hell.
like,
That was-
oh.
Yeah,
she's
Lucas
permanently
is like
blind.
yelling for Erica and
Oh,
paralyzed.
yeah.
She's probably gonna be in like a wheelchair, I assume,
Yes,
for
yes.
season
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
That's my guess.
But
like,
damn, that scene was insane. Like I'm not even joking. When she was
chills
saying,
now.
when like she was saying that I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'm not ready. You could just feel it, man. Like it got to me so
Like I said, I
much.
know this cliche, but I just wanted Luke to be like, man, I love you, man. Don't go. Like I wanted him to say it so bad because their relationship is still there.
Yeah.
It's just that she's been so distant because of what happened with Billy, and he's doing his basketball thing, so they're in totally different places. But they still they still care about each other, you know.
Yeah.
This,
And then when he looked back behind him and he said, "Erica, help!" I was like,
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
"Stop
the
it, dude!"
pain
I was
in
like,
his
"Stop it."
voice.
The acting, man.
Like
The
acting by
Um,
Caleb was just unbelievable.
Erica.
And then when he yelled as well, man, like you could feel the pain, like
Yeah.
just out of that one yell when he was like, "Erica, help!" And then
Yeah.
he was like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
oh, dude.
Yeah, I gotta head out now, but thank you for having me, even for a little bit. I'm sorry I haven't been able to join a lot, but it was
Oh, you're fine.
nice to join
good,
this.
bro.
I will definitely be able to be on one of these for longer soon.
All right.
Yeah,
No-
if you're
no worries,
watching,
bro.
watch the whole thing. Of course, this is great. So thank you,
All right.
and everybody else. I hope you have a great stream. Don't
Thanks,
try
man.
to don't kill each other, but have fun.
Don't worry.
All right, Ewan.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
so nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too.
See you, man.
Erica this season, I hated her in season 3. This
Yeah.
season, when volume 1 ended, I was like, fuck, I want more of her. And then she was in a lot of volume 2, and I was like, I wanted more interactions with her because they made her older. I feel like she benefited the most from the time jump.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
she
she's
did.
older and
She
she's
did.
less annoying.
Mm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, thank
Well,
God.
I just think because at the end of season 3, I think Lucas gives her the D&D stuff, right? He gives like, okay, you can have this. So she knows more. So when like she comes in and Eddie's like, nope, I don't want her in here. She's like, I know more than you think. Just because I'm 11 years old, don't give me shit. And when she comes to Eddie, I'm like, I like Erica. And I love that she actually get the last shot. Well, I love that Lucas and Erica at the end of the episode get like the final thing. Like he makes the shot and she rolls the dice. And it's funny because they're siblings. And I love the way that the episode ends, man. It feels like
I absolutely love Erica's character a lot because like she's brutally honest and like all she says is just the facts, and I'm just like, just be brutally honest. Say it how it is.
Oh man, we didn't talk about Ewan's favorite scene before he left.
What was that?
The guitar scene. We didn't talk about it.
You can talk about it in the chat, but I gotta block something.
Do you know what the one scene I did pop for though that not a lot of people talk about, and I absolutely loved it, was when Eddie popped his head around the corner and he was wearing a Michael Myers mask.
Yeah, that was great.
Bruh. Why my fiance looked at me like, what? Like, hell yeah. I love that, bruh.
That was.
But like I said, I know I wanted to talk about each episode, but let's go ahead and go back to the first episode when we're talking about the characters' interactions or introductions again. We see that 11 is in California. She's not doing very good. She's being bullied and stuff like that. She's telling Mike all these different things what's going on. It's not going the way she's wanted to go. But then we jump back to Hawkins, and the characters are kind of split, which I do like. Like I said, Max is on their own thing. The three, Lucas is doing his own thing, and Mike and Dustin are doing the D&D thing. And I love the dynamic that the characters are older and they understand that they're older. When Lucas told his friends, like, "Do you guys want to be nerds in all these 4 years?" And I'm like, hell yeah, they want to be nerds, because to be popular, that's more work. Like, you guys don't understand. It's like extra work to be popular. Hell yeah, be yourself. It's harder not being who you are than
be
being
yourself and stay dedicated and committed as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I love that. Like I said, when you said the time jump, I love that these characters are much older than they are, because they are much older. It's so weird to see how old they, especially looking at Finn, because from it and chapter it and Stranger Things from now, is like, damn, he really looks older than he is.
Yeah.
But also
that's some definitely great character development right there.
Yep. Then we got I want to talk about the Chrissy stuff, because she's the first kill we get in the season.
And I really like that connection, man. I really like
with Eddie and Chrissy.
Really like Eddie and Chrissy
the writers came back and said,
like a nice little arc with them both, but
I don't know,
man. I think like they killed her off too soon, and I think they realized that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The writer said that. I was about to say. They said, I kind of wish we didn't kill her off, because
it should have been the jock boyfriend. It should have been the jock boyfriend.
It should have been the jerk boyfriend. I agree, because I did not
trust me.
I called him Ken. He's a Ken doll. That's what he looks like. Like, when he first showed, I'm like, look at this Ken doll looking motherfucker, man.
I was fine with that storyline, because when it first started and they were like, "Oh, he killed Chrissy," I was like, okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Let's see where it goes.
Talking about Eddie?
No, Jason.
Oh,
then when they got to the point where they were telling the town, "Oh yeah, Hellfire Club is a cult," I said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they to me, they should. Well, it's the reason why they said that, because the way she died, like, it don't look like a normal person would be able to do that. That feel like something satanic would happen. It wouldn't be a normal, like, her eyes were literally taken out. Like, a normal person wouldn't do that. But I thought they should have stuck with the cut, because it felt like Nightmare on Elm Street again. Like with Tina, being killed and he's on the run. I'm like, oh yeah, they really taking it the Elm Street vibe for real.
But you see, this is my point. These writers, they have this infatuation with giving every character something to do when you don't need to do that. When they're a character that has no effect on the story, like Jason, or they don't need to be there.
Well, I'm a combat to that, because it was his girlfriend that was killed. That's the thing. Yeah. Like, if he wasn't connected to the first death in the episode in the show, then I can say that. But he was with her. That was his girlfriend.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, the show, mainly seasons 3 and 4, they create these insane plot lines to give people something to do. Like, you cannot tell me that the whole Russian stuff with Joyce and Murray was not made.
Murray's great. I love Murray.
Murray and Joyce are great.
I love Murray, though.
But you can't tell me that wasn't made just so it can give them something to do the whole season.
And also to get them away from the kids. Like, you notice that they went away, so now the kids have their own thing to do. Which I can agree with that to an extent, because I think you have to keep your characters busy, because then why are they there in the first place?
Yeah. And one of the things that I did love about Murray.
I'm going to give you an exclusive. Okay, next week, I'm booked in to get a tattoo done, and I've already got the Fiend on this hand. This hand, I'm having Vecna.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
Nice,
that's awesome.
So I'm awesome. Yeah, I'm excited.
I don't know this. The plot lines really hurt it for me, because it's just they make it. This is why I say season 1 is the best, because some of the things that happened in this season have more weight to them, but season 1 is straightforward, from episode 1 to episode whatever. I forgot how many episodes are in it. It's so straightforward and it has one clear goal. The issue with season 3 and season 4, the first half, is they have so many things going on and it's like a pinball machine. It keeps going, it keeps going back to all these different places. And when you get back to the main goal, it's like, oh, finally, we're here again.
Yeah.
You know, that's the issue I had with the first volume, and that's what really brought it down for me. Because
I can agree, but also like it happens when you have a lot of characters and you introduce new characters, like Eddie, like Jason.
Well,
like,
that's what happens when you don't have any balls and you don't want to kill characters.
Yeah,
Honestly, right, I was really glad that Jason died. Because like he literally pissed me off for like the whole entire season.
There need to be casualties. Hopper should have stayed dead. Max should be dead right now. There should be more casualties. As you know, I know the fan base would be what? Steve should have died. We should have had.
I think Steve should have died. He should have sacrificed himself. It shouldn't have been Eddie.
And you know, for the people telling me, oh well, they're saving that for the final season. It's like, yeah, but if they do it in the final season, okay,
then it's just not going to make sense, is it?
You know,
yo, I thought Max was going to die anyway because of the promotion that Netflix were putting out on their billboards were like protect Steve at all costs, and I thought, damn, he's definitely dying. Like he's definitely dying. They're not going to put this promotion up for Steve for nothing, you know.
Yeah, I know, and they purposely hyped up the season, thinking everyone was going to die to some certain extent with the characters and stuff, and then like. You were just thinking to yourself, right? I'm watching this for like 2 hours. Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like you're sitting there, waiting for it to happen. Time goes by. It just keeps going by, and then when it gets to it, you're like, okay, that's happened. This has happened. Where's the more deaths?
Yeah.
That you've been hyping up. You know?
The thing they did with Chrissy, I feel like they did the opposite with keeping Max alive, because I don't think they really understand how impactful that was when she died. I think everyone was fucking devastated.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted at the end of this season. I wanted it to be like, oh, they lost, and they lost not only one of their friends, but two of their friends.
Yeah.
They are fucking miserable beyond belief. And that, you know, I wanted it to be like Infinity War, where they had that grief going into the next season where they have to destroy the Upside Down, or, well, fight what Vecna or whatever that's come into their world. I wanted that, but now they don't have that. The only one that has that really is 11, because she didn't beat Vecna, and Dustin because Eddie died. That's it.
Yeah.
None of these characters have grief.
That's what. Well, I would say because there's a whole hole ripped into the town, and the Upside Down is becoming Hawkins. So they did lose very terribly, and Vecna is not dead.
They lost, but I'm saying that it doesn't come off on the characters. That's what I'm saying. I want to feel what they feel. And what I feel from them is, oh, well, we lost. Okay, let's pick ourselves up, gang. Let's go. And it's like, really? Like, if Max had died, everyone would be fucking miserable. We'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it would make it that this is serious, because they've got out unscathed 3 times before now.
Yeah.
So when this happens and Matt, one of their friends dies, they're like, no, this is serious. We need to fucking end this. That's what I wanted, and we're not going to get that. We'll get deaths in season 5, sure. Steve will probably die. I can see Will dying too, because he's connected to the, you know, Upside Down. I can see him dying. But it would just happen. It would happen, and it would just be like, hey, it's the finale. It's the final season, so we can do what we want.
Yeah.
It won't really mean anything to me other than that.
Yeah, but I give a lot of respect to the Duffer Brothers, man. They really nailed the shit in this season. And like especially from what you were just going on about, Tyler, as well. Like when Hawkins completely broke open into the Upside Down, I was like, holy shit. Like how it all just broke. Bro. And then like you see Mrs. Wheeler and Holly, like yelling for their lives, and then you just see
Yeah.
everything splitting open.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, holy shit.
Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, bro, this is really happening. Like, are you
Yeah.
serious? Like, this actually happened. Like, a whole like crack ripped through the town, and the town is basically destroyed. Like,
I
certain
know.
areas is gone. And I ain't gonna lie, like Tyler, we did talk about this last night, or yeah, it had to be last night when they did the 2 days later thing. I was like,
I
are you
hated
serious?
I hated
Are you
that.
kidding me? So we're gonna see the aftermath. We're not gonna see in that moment what everybody was doing. Like, we got to see the characters
probably go back to
driving
it in
into the
season
town.
5.
Like, I guess, but
What I thought, I didn't think that people were gonna be there. I thought they were gonna drive in and they were gonna be the only ones in Hawkins.
well, you kind of see that. You see the people driving out.
Well, yeah,
There's
but I
still people
didn't
in
think
the
that they
town.
were gonna have like the shelter. I guess that like I didn't think they were gonna have that. I literally thought that everyone was gonna be gone and they were gonna be the only ones. All right, let's go back to Hawkins so we can fuck this shit up.
Yeah,
But that's what I thought it was gonna be. But I guess
I was more surprised they actually used Hawkins High School as like the actual place for like I was very surprised by that, but they did pull off a pretty good job on like how they made that like on the safe area and stuff like that for people that were injured in, during the event and everything.
yeah. That scene, I was like, wow. And it's
Hmm.
funny because like when it ended, I'm like, man, how are they gonna overcome this? Because you get the shot
Talking
of them.
of the Hawkins High School, I got their jacket on.
Oh, you got the
Oh, that's sick.
I was wondering if that was from the show. That's the basketball Letterman jacket, right?
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's awesome.
I had to rep it for the stream. I had to.
I think the structure of this season was bizarre, and I think it was Menji that said it. It was like they could have put episode 8 in volume 1, it was AJ. AJ said it. They could have put 8 in volume 1, and it really wouldn't have felt different because episode 8 feels like an episode that comes from volume 1, where it's just it fits right in. And
yeah, but the way episode 7 ends with the reveal,
I know why they did it. I know why.
Like,
but
boom,
at the same time, look at the ending of episode 8. You know, they put the Journey song, and you know, if they had ended volume 1 right there, we would have been like, "Yo, let's fucking go, bro."
Yeah.
You know, and I think it would have been better to either release it all together, which is what I would have done. Which I'm kind of thankful they didn't do that, because if they did, I wouldn't have gotten the review out when I did.
Yeah.
Everyone was asking me, how did you review volume 1 in a span of one day? I was like, I binged it. I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning, typed the whole review at 3 o'clock in the morning, and fucking did it. Dedication. So either release it at, you know, the whole time, the whole thing, or just release the first 8 episodes and then release the finale on its own, being that it was 2.5 hours.
It was 2 hours and 21 minutes. I'm like, woo, okay, let's see if I can get through it when I was watching it last night. But
it went by really quickly. It didn't. It did.
I don't know. I felt it a little bit, because that's why I checked the time. Like, this feels like this is the end of the episode, and it wasn't. I was still like an hour. It was like an hour left. I'm like, okay, what the hell?
That happened. That was
throughout
the whole season, though.
Like, oh shit!
Because for me.
Like, you know, I'm agree with Tyler on a lot of things. Like, there should have been more stakes. There should have been more stakes. There should have been more deaths.
Yeah, I agree too.
You know, it should have been like I mentioned before. It should have been like the red wedding episode of like the Stranger Things, franchise.
Yeah,
definitely.
Fuck. I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's because there wasn't quite a lot of
Eddie wasn't enough. There should have been more.
It's because I know that there was quite a lot of controversy as well when it came to when Steve was getting attacked by like the bats.
Yeah,
and like
that's why he was going there. I'm like, yeah,
and like people were thinking to like themselves, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like people were thinking to themselves, oh my god, like are they really going to kill Steve right here in front of all of us? And then like we would suffer that, and then have Eddie then die as well, and then like we get that. Oh man, but. You know,
I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, the pacing. I know a lot of people. I know I have a lot of things about this season that not many felt, but the pacing in some of the episodes for me was rough. There were some episodes that actually, if I'm gonna be brutally honest, the 2 episodes that flew by the most were the finales, episode 7 and then the finale. Every other episode to me, there were many times where I was like, Jesus Christ, this is so.
I feel like episode 4 flew by, at least for me. Episode 4.
Episode 4 a little
Yeah.
bit, but there were most of the episodes I kept checking the time and I was like, oof.
Yeah,
You know, but
I didn't do that. It's funny. I was watching them before I was going to work, and I was kind of late to work every single time I watched an episode because I was trying to get through the series, and it was episode 3 where I'm like, okay, I gotta stop watching it. But then when they ended it with Max seeing the clock, I'm like, oh yeah, she's cursed. And so she's cursed.
Yeah.
And I love the image of the clock being in a different thing, like it's in the wall,
that
the
was
trees,
cool.
like it's inside the coffin with the kid with the glasses. Like, oh man, I'm gonna keep saying it. This felt so much like Freddy, man, like with the imagery and the dream. Like you don't know if you're in a dream or it's in your mind. Like I said, everyone is just doing their regular routine, but you don't know if it's real or not. Like every time Max is doing something, she always has to be on edge. Like, is it real? Like when she's talking to her mom, and then it's not. It's Vecna the whole time. It's like I love things like that in this season.
Yeah.
And
that whole, like I said, that whole scene where he was chasing Maxine around the house, and she was trying to escape, and then sees Billy trying to smash the door down.
Yeah,
that was insane.
In the background, and where are you going, Maxine? That was just so Freddy Krueger-ish. And I was like, yes, mate.
That I want to talk about that.
Give me maximum of that, please. Like,
I want to
talk
about that.
Fucking go.
Yeah, like
one of the I was hyped.
Yeah, and one of the scenes that I did love about Max was when like she rose like in the cemetery.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! Like and then like you got Dustin and Steve and Lucas literally watching her, and then when she was in the other upside down with Vecna. And then when they were all like scrambling to find her favorite song and stuff, and then they found Kate Bush, and then when she was like running,
I love that scene.
Man,
I love that scene.
That was so beautiful and like
amazing.
So good. She is a fantastic actress, and she's in Fear Street. Have you seen Fear Street?
She's good in Fear Street.
Yes, I have.
She's fantastic in Fear Street as well.
Yeah, she is.
Fear Street trilogy is underrated. Don't at me. I love that shit.
Oh yeah.
And like as I was saying, like when she was running and they were playing like on the running of the hill, and then when she was like running to that, and then like Vecna was behind her, she was booking it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought the chemistry of that specific episode was incredible. And then when she finally goes through the portal and everything, I was thinking to myself, holy shit, like what the hell did I just watch? We just seen her just rose up like fucking Superman, just hover. And then, oh man, like there's some amazing moments in the series. Like
what up, Ken?
What's up, Ken?
Hey, Ken.
I want to talk about Freddy Krueger for a second.
Oh yeah, the Victor Creel stuff. Yes, we didn't talk about that. The Victor Creel stuff.
No. Before we talk about that reveal is great. So apparently Robert Englund was only in one scene, which was that scene in episode like 4. I think it was 4. I call bullshit on that.
Why you say that?
You will not convince me that man did not voice Vecna, bro. You won't convince me, bro.
Yeah.
Every time, because all I heard was, he's only that one old man, whatever. Bullshit, bro. I know fucking Freddy Krueger when I hear Freddy Krueger, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Vecna was voiced by Robert Englund, and until I'm told otherwise, bro, not even until I'm told, I need to see footage of whatever actor actually voiced him if it's not Robert Englund, because that's bullshit. That was so Robert Englund. I fucking loved Vecna so much. Oh man, the reveal of who Vecna was awesome. That was awesome. I didn't see that coming. Yeah. When because I was sitting there,
I knew
wondering.
exactly that number one was Vecna, because like he gave off that vibe. Like you just felt that vibe from him, because when we get introduced to him and then we're starting to get to know him, I was thinking to myself, hang on a second, right? I'm starting to feel something here. And then when it came to 11, like holding him up against the wall, I was like, that is fucking Vecna right there. And then like
I didn't know it was gonna be the kid. I didn't know that was the same person. That he was actually the son of Victor Creel. Like that's what blew my mind.
I was shocked by that.
Like that whole scene where he's like,
damn.
he was the one doing there. He was the one making all the images and making his dad go crazy and stuff. It's like that's insane, dude. Like that he was doing that the entire time. You thought it was. They thought Vecna was a thing, but it was actually the kid.
Oh, the practical effects.
Went to Vecna, which is insane.
Cool. Yes. To answer a question in the comments, Crump.
That is all practical effects, man.
Yeah. No, it's not all. It's not all because the tentacle is CGI. Most of it is practical. It looks
but the makeup. I saw the makeup behind the scenes shots.
Bill Skarsgård. That's
Bill Skarsgård will be an excellent cameo.
Stephen King. Another one.
Stephen King will be a great cameo.
They need to have Stephen King. They literally had Lucas reading Stephen King to Max. That was awesome. I was like, but the Max. The reveal that Vecna was number one, I was like, that was really great. When they showed when he first plopped down into the upside down and it's just this fucking wasteland, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, this is awesome.
Do you know there was that scene when Steve, Nancy, and I've forgotten her name. The other one.
Robin.
They're all being choked on the wall. They're like literally they're all being strangled, and you see their eyes rolled up in the back of their head. They were there for a good 20 minutes before they cut back to them. I'm like, they should be dead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they should be dead.
I also didn't really love how 11 escaped Vecna. Like, she does what she normally does. Yeah. She just, she doesn't do anything special. She's just, and then fucking fights him as normal. I was like, you can't do anything else. That's all you do when you're in trouble. It's just nothing fancy. Just, I scream and yell and then I wave my hands around like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World.
And clearly she can help people. She can help
people.
And
I really, really loved the scene where 11 goes into Max's memory, sees her skating around.
Oh man, that was so great.
Right?
That was so great.
And then when 11 looks up on like the top of the bridge or like that platform, I knew exactly what that was. That was referencing the snowball. And then when it went into the snowball, and then like you heard the police "Every Breath You Take" start playing, I was like, oh shit, okay, like what's gonna happen here? And then like we see like the snowball and everything, and then we see like the flowers starting to like disintegrate. And then when Vecna comes in, I was like, oh shit, like what the hell's gonna happen here? And then all of a sudden we see 11 just come out of nowhere and just beat the shit out of Vecna and literally just threw him into like those stairs. I was like, let's go 11, let's go.
The visual
I can't take 11 seriously when she looks like that.
The visual of her being in the visual of her being in Max's mind.
When Eminem
it's
11.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that she just like when I said she was trying to see her friends when she went into like the void. I call it the void. When she like was trying to see her friends and stuff. I love that she can just do that. Like at least she did it when she was with.
I thought that was absolutely
Brenner.
incredible.
What do you guys thought of Brenner being alive? He's not dead. Like
who?
The doctor that he was, Dr. Brenner.
Yeah, the one that 11 always references
the white-haired as Papa.
Oh,
yeah. What you guys thought of Papa being alive and not dead?
He's a fine antagonist. It's just like at a point, it felt like he overstayed his welcome.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, like right before he died, I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
When they finally killed him, I was like, thank fucking God, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man, but you got to appreciate that scene where 11 is literally holding that helicopter.
Oh, man, that was so awesome. That was so awesome.
And she like just brings it down like,
That shit was so awesome.
I want her to turn around and walk away like, huh?
Honestly.
He just never seemed to die, did he, Papa?
No.
He did. Oh well, he took off the thing and that was it. You know, he did eventually die.
I just appreciate that scene so much because like when the guys in the scope, and then like they're trying to shoot 11, and then she brings her hand up and she's like, "Come at me, bitch! Try it!"
Man, talk about Stormtrooper aim, bro. This dude couldn't hear
Bruh.
shit, bro.
Bruh.
No.
So you telling me all the people in that facility are dead too? Are they like dead down there? We don't hear nothing about the other doctor that Dr. Owens. We don't know if he's alive. Is he alive? Okay, because
I'm assuming
we don't see any bodies.
I'm assuming that he is alive because all they really did was just beat the shit out of him, and then we never got to see more of him. So we were left on a cliffhanger with that. So that gets your mind thinking about, is Dr. Brenner still alive? Yes, he got beaten the shit out of.
No,
and then they just left it.
I like him.
Papa's died, but I think the other doctor's still alive. Papa's dead.
Owens a lot. I do.
Thank God that he's dead now, because like, trust me, he annoyed the hell out of me the way that he treated 11. Well, sure. I didn't agree with like all like the injections he was giving her, or like the all like the manipulation and everything, you know, like trying to make her feel like she's the monster and he's not,
right,
sort of thing. And I just loved that 11 figured that out, and she called him out on it. That was
an awesome scene. That's the one that I'm hoping is next season. Like, I love that 11 is better when it comes to talk to people. I kind of want her to be like, can she just get better with her vocabulary and stuff? Like, just let her talk like herself.
And I just loved the fact,
this finale. Let her be like a normal teenager. Let her talk normal. Like, and that monologue. Okay, she's finally starting to sound like a normal person now. Like,
and when she was talking to him and calling him out, I just loved when she said, "If you try and stop me, I will kill you."
Yeah.
And she opened that door, man, and she was out of there. She was gone.
11. I really liked 11 in this.
That's all about actually. What you guys thought about 11 in this entire?
Her storyline was awesome. It was the second most interesting thing, other than the Vecna stuff. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think we would get something like this where we would find out about the Upside Down and how it was built. So that was a nice surprise. And I like that essentially they just rebuilt her from the ground up. Like she was a robot, you know, and it was awesome. You know, Millie Bobby Brown was great in this season. You know, I said this in my earlier reviews when I reviewed season 1 and 2 again. I was like, I really don't like 11, especially in season 2. I did not like 11 at all. In season 3, I liked her a little bit more. I would say probably this season I like her the most because they rebuilt her, and she's awesome. And you know, I'm excited to see her go. Hopefully, she learns how to do something new next season.
Well, she has the ability to heal people now, so you know, she has the ability to bring people back from life now. You know,
God, I hope that's not a thing.
I thought Millie Bobby Brown was great. I think more so in Volume 2 than Volume 1. But yeah, she was fantastic. I thought she was great. I thought she killed it.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Honestly, like,
see her come back with the powers and stuff and just do her thing. And I thought it was epic. Yeah, more like I said, more so in Volume 2 because you know, I thought she was fantastic in Volume 2. I thought she really sort of shined 100% because she was a bit in Volume 1 she was a bit wary, couldn't really use her powers.
She was. It's like when we take her powers away, she's not that interesting because she's dealing with. Like I said, she's dealing with normal teenage stuff. She's being bullied. She's kind of different from everybody else.
And
the only person she knows is Will. So
the first episode of Volume 1, because the opening shot was all the kids dead in the laboratory and stuff like that. So obviously the school shootings and stuff, they had to put up a warning for that scene because it could be quite triggering to some people.
Yeah, to see the kids all basically destroyed, like to see that the first thing we see, like which I did. I love that we actually saw like a different child. Like we saw, I don't know which one. I don't know if it was 8. His name was 10. He has the ability to see like other areas, you know, by just closing his eyes.
Yeah.
Which I kind of hope we get that. I want to see if they're going to bring in more of the other numbers.
That would actually be really, really cool to see.
But clearly they all died. But
and just going on from your question about Millie Bobby Brown, I thought she was absolutely incredible in this whole entire season. She was a character that I actually connected with, and so like, and I just loved everything that Millie Bobby Brown brought to the table in this season, and like how when she first started off, like she's in high school now, she's getting bullied, sort of thing like that. She's lost her powers, and how it all progresses to her getting them back. I was like, let's go, man, come on,
Yeah,
and then like.
The skating rink scene, man, where she's like
Dude,
getting
where like she
teased, man.
literally's got that
Bro.
skating thingy, and then she's like, Angela.
Yeah, just knocks her over the head with it. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people saying like, did she really deserve? I'm like, hell yeah, Angela deserved getting that skate put in her head. Like, don't.
of course.
I tell everybody, don't be messing with people. You don't know what they're really capable of when they're really angry. That's why.
Exactly.
Sorry, like, not trying to be
because like
that's how school shootings happen. You guys, don't be mean, bro. Stop.
Yeah, like someone can only take so much before they snap.
Yeah.
Because like you don't know someone's true potential power until you know what you're going to get what for.
Yeah, you push him over the edge, man.
Yeah, I was waiting for Chris Tucker to make an appearance. Like, you got knocked the fuck out.
For sure.
Yeah, and then like he's doing the Michael Jackson dance from Rush Hour 1.
But
one of my favorite scenes I think was when they were with the Molotov cocktails and they all threw it back up.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that whole ending when it comes to all of them, and it's funny because they do they cut to a lot of the characters like when they were all basically losing. You got Eddie getting eaten up, they all getting choked. Yeah. You getting Lucas getting his ass beat by Jason at a point, like he's literally getting dogged by him. Erica
but then
was
Lucas
taken down
absolutely came back.
Yeah, knocked his
Lucas
ass out.
really came back, bro. Like man, he took the hits, but he still went out swinging, man.
I liked at when the season first started, I didn't like Lucas's character because he was trying to be in the popular club. He was abandoning his friends. I'm like, I don't know if I like Lucas this much because he doesn't know what's going on.
No,
like he's out of the loop the entire time. And like when he finally gets in contact with everybody, like, bro, where you been? Like all this shit is happening. Where have you been?
Yeah, and there was another scene that actually just came to my mind that I absolutely adored in this whole season, and that was when Murray and Yuri were having that fight on the plane.
Yeah,
and then like he started doing all like this karate shit.
He was like, yeah, but he doesn't know karate, dude. So yeah, I can actually beat him. And it's like, yo, like that's hilarious, man.
I absolutely loved that. Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah, Murray, like even when he first comes onto the scene and Joyce calls him, and he's like I love the way that actor is, and he's hilarious the way he delivers his lines. The one thing I wanted to talk about though, I love what this show does is the way it uses sound and transitions when it comes to things being opening up, slammed down, doors opening. I love that the show does that when it comes to sound. Because like Joyce is opening up the box, you just hear crunch, snap, open. Like it's just so loud and in your face. But I love that the show does that.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved Murray in this season, especially when Hopper and Joyce when they're running, when they've got the Demogorgon and the Demo Dogs, and then Murray's on the platform and he's like, "Hey,
that was great."
Yo, he's loving that, bro. He's loving that, dude. Like
literally, the way that he was yelling with that flamethrower, he was like,
yeah. What do you guys also that the Russia was like basically like holding the Demo Dogs, like
it was just insane. Something I didn't. Yeah. Something to do. That's what it came off as because they didn't really give it a good explanation as to why it was. They kind of just felt like it was there. And it goes
the shadow
in season 3. Like, it goes back to season 3. My biggest issue with season 3 was why are the Russians going into the upside down when they closed it? It made no sense. They never explained it.
I never forgot that at all as well. And
I hated that, and I hated this.
When was talking about like you opened a gate and stuff like this, I was like, whoa, like what is happening?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And another scene that just sprung to my mind is how badass was Hopper picking up that sword and literally just running towards the Demogorgon?
It's funny. I'm watching the episode. I'm like, where the fuck did the sword come from? But and then Tyler said, "Oh, it's probably one of the weapons that they gave him to fight the Demogorgon when they had that scene where they fought the Demogorgon." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." But
honestly,
it's just so random that the sword is right there. It's like, okay, he's like, I was Red Guardian and I was fucking Hellboy, and now I got a fucking sword in my hand.
That's what it reminded me of. That's what it definitely reminded me of
Hellboy.
I knew
exactly. I got a sword.
I'm fucking Hellboy right now.
It definitely reminded me of Hellboy.
I knew exactly when I saw that sword. I was like, he's doing a Hellboy moment right now. Like he's picking up the sword and literally he did the exact same stance with the sword when he played Hellboy, and I was like, okay, David Harbour, all right. And then like when he runs towards and then like he just slices the arm off, I was like, you're Hellboy right now. You're not Hopper right now, man. You're Hellboy.
The one thing that stood out to me in this season, which is something I personally have not felt since season 2 or season 1 going into season 2, is I'm looking forward to the next season.
Yeah.
When season 2 ended and it had that cliffhanger of the Mind Flayer, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me again. Yeah. I was annoyed because
that cliffhanger was beautiful.
The ending of season 2, it felt final. Yeah. It was like, man, they're
man.
I legit thought they were ending the show. I was like, man, this is a nice ending. And they go to the Mind Flayer. I was like, oh my fucking god. And then season 3 was the same way when everything was pretty much final. And then they were like, nope, Hopper's not dead, so we got to do this. I'll see you in the next season.
Another scene that just sprung to my mind that has not been mentioned in the stream. How was that Hopper and 11 reunion, man? Like that is what we had been waiting for.
The whole ending was like that because like I was waiting for him. Like I know they're gonna show up. Where's Hopper and Joyce? I'm waiting for them to show up because they're at the shed.
When she said, "I promised I kept the door open 3 inches," I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yes. Because I noticed that she did. Because when she closed the door, she didn't close it all the way. You see, it's cracked, and I'm like,
"No." And then,
she learned from Hopper. That's nice.
And then when they're sitting on the bed, and then it was just like, I copied your haircut, kid, and then
I look like
when he mentioned that him saying, "Oh yeah, I'm not fat anymore."
Oh yeah, that was another thing. When did David Harbour get so skinny? Like
that's a great question.
I never knew that because in Black Widow, he's he looks like David Harbour. No, shame to David Harbour, he's great.
I think it might have been when he was, he had to get himself jacked up for Hellboy and everything. So I'm thinking it's probably still that sort of tone that
they could have used a fat suit for Red Guardian too.
Yeah, they could have used a fat suit for.
I don't know. I never saw any pictures of him looking that skinny before ever. So when he showed up and he was that skinny, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I love it. I kind of love it.
He looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong. He looks fucking fantastic. God bless him. I was just like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and when I first saw him like as the first picture of Hellboy, I was like, this dude's jacked. Like, and I was just like, oh shit. Well, Hawkins, you better watch out. You got a jacked sheriff coming your way.
But I'm trying to think of some other scenes. Shit.
What else was some good ones? Oh, dude, like I just loved Jonathan's friend, the pizza guy.
Yo, we did not talk about Argyle. We didn't really talk about that whole scenario. Obviously, we talked about the 11 stuff.
I was trying
Jonathan basically being a pothead the whole time.
I was trying to avoid talking about Argyle.
You don't like Argyle?
I fucking hated Argyle.
Wow. Really? You did, Tyler? You hated him?
I liked him more in Volume 2. In Volume 2, he actually made me laugh a good bit. There were some jokes where I was like, that's fine.
Oh, man,
Volume 1, when he first showed up, I was like, oh, my God.
Literally, when he first showed up and they were playing that song, Peak on, like, the other side of it or something, I knew exactly what song that was. Literally, I knew exactly what song that was because, like, that was in the original Scooby-Doo movie when Scooby and Shaggy are on the beach. I knew exactly when that song started playing. I was like, okay, they were bringing in this song, and like, I just loved Argo's epic pizza scene where like he's just
That was
flipping the
hilarious.
pizza. That was so good.
For me in the first volume, I didn't like him. I didn't like Jonathan being a pothead. I was like, oh my god,
that's
shut
one
the
thing
fuck up.
I didn't like that Jonathan became a pothead.
I was like,
No,
you're
that at
so
all. Like, that was one
annoying.
thing I was not.
I
down
did not
with.
really agree with that at all. Like I was so confused at first, but then
I don't know. I didn't like that at all.
No.
But Argyle in the second volume, he was a little bit more digestible.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah,
I
wasn't a fan.
I just love the
But
way
you
that he
guys,
spoke
the
as
only
well.
thing
And
is,
it
back
was
in
like,
the 80s, all right, so
Yeah.
many people were smoking pot. It was one of the biggest gateways to. It was such a thing back in. It still is now, obviously, but back in the 80s,
I did
it was
like.
just it was.
I liked how they go to another pizza place and the other dude is a
Yes,
pothead.
just like him.
that
Yeah,
was
it's like they only
awesome.
hire
That
people that
joint.
smoke weed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo.
I mean, it is what it is, man. But I like the fact that he refused to eat pineapple. The guy was refusing to eat a pineapple pizza. It was like,
that was
Yo.
hilarious.
That was a really, really
pineapple
funny
on pizza.
scene.
It's pretty good. If you haven't tried it, Ty, I know you're allergic, but yo, it's good, man. Pineapples on pizza, it's really good.
Yes. It
I like
is really,
Hawaiian
really good,
pizza.
man.
I
I love Hawaiian pizza, bro.
Mhm.
Like I know there's a lot of controversy about that fruit shouldn't be on pizza, but
Soft
you
food.
know, you
Soft
have
food.
to change it up once in a while, bro.
Soft
You'll get
food.
bored with the same thing.
It's all food.
So exactly.
What's next? I had a scene in my head that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, there's one thing I wanted to talk about. It's with the finale. When they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this with Vecna, and then when 11 takes him out, then we could get him in the attic when he's by himself. When they kept cutting back to 11 and then the attic, it reminded me so heavy of Inception.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
I
It's
was
like a
like,
dream
this
within
is
a dream.
really, yeah, it really
Dream
felt like Inception. I was like, I'm happy I can make Inception references now.
Yo, next thing you've seen Inception,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yes,
I kind of love that she came up with the plan, like, oh yeah, Vecna's gonna be inside her mind, so that means I can go inside her mind, and that's when we can meet. Like, it's like, bruh, like the how smart would that thinking, like, oh yeah, like Vecna is gonna be in a kind of the state I'd be in when I look into people's minds. He just obviously has a way bigger power. He can does other things, like control things, which I did love, like the visual style of all the different things. The only thing we didn't see was Patrick. He's the black character that dies. We don't see what he sees with like the other characters. Like, he basically just dies randomly. We know Vecna infected him, but we only hear him. He only hears the chimes. We don't see like what he was stressed about, because I felt like he went after characters that were like stressed. They had a lot of trauma because they were easy to infect. We don't know why he was targeted. He was just a casualty, I guess. But like with the one guy, the one that he got a scarf, I guess he saw a car crash and let the guy die. I loved all that visual style. Like when you see the cop and the cop is like calling him a murderer the whole time, like, bro,
Yeah.
so like nightmare. I just kept saying nightmare every time. Like, this is so Freddy Krueger right here.
And there was a scene that I have not mentioned, but how did you guys feel when Dustin had to confront Eddie's dad?
Yo,
Like
That was
when like he said that, like, I was with.
Oh, it broke my heart, man.
Honestly, the way that Dustin said that he wishes that more people would have gotten to know Eddie.
Yeah.
That absolutely brought me to tears, right? Because Dustin was the very last person that got to see Eddie alive, and the emotion on Eddie's father's face, man, like you could tell that man was so hurt knowing that he wasn't going to see his son again.
But that was his uncle. He was.
Oh, sorry, uncle.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Yo, he said,
but yeah,
Crump says you can hear the clock sounds. Well, the clock sounds always a sound as it been playing over, but I don't know if it's tied to this, but
yeah, I did feel a lot of emotion from that scene because Dustin, when he pulled out the necklace from his pocket, Wow.
Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead and talk about that scene, bro. Go ahead and talk about the Eddie scene, bro. The guitar scene, bro. We haven't even touched
I'll
Oh,
talk about
bro,
that in a
yes.
second, but I was gonna talk about how Vecna's gonna use Eddie to fuck with them now. There's no way he won't.
Yeah, I do believe they bring him back. He's gonna be
Yeah.
like you said, a vessel.
I might like him more being like this demented spirit version of Eddie, bro. Could you imagine?
That'd be awesome.
man.
That's gonna be
They're gonna
awesome.
work him into something because he's a fan favorite. You know, he's
Yeah.
so popular.
Oh yeah.
So they're gonna work him into something, whether it's demonic, Eddie, whatever. That'd be sick.
So Dustin and Eddie, they walk into this RV, and I knew what they were looking at, but they were like, it was like destined for me, and it's just this big ass fucking electric guitar on the wall, and all us metalheads, we knew the scene was coming.
Yes.
And when he struck that first chord, I think all of us collectively were like, yes, let's go.
Yeah.
And they fucking had him play Master of Puppets, and it was like the greatest thing ever. It's
That drove the scene. It felt like everyone could hear it. Even like everyone could
thought
hear
it was going to be the final countdown
awesome.
and everything. Yeah. Yeah, it's because like loads of people were thinking and predicting that it was going to be the final countdown because, but man, they chose a really good song. Definitely by Metallica for sure.
I would like to see.
Eddie playing the guitar.
Oh my god, that's
awesome. That's dope. That's dope.
I would like to see a version of that scene with Final Countdown in it because that sounds so fucking awesome.
Yeah. And like it being like a metalized version of Final Countdown, that would be absolutely insane.
Man, that whole sequence was so dope, and it's funny because like so they're trying to lure the bats away from the house so they can get Vecna.
Yeah.
And I kind of love that they had a plan. Like I love that everyone had their own plan.
And Eddie timed it perfectly as well. Yeah. He timed it perfectly from playing the full song to when the bats come in, and then like Dustin's giving him a countdown.
He was destined to finish it. Like I gotta finish. No, like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, it's over. Let's go ahead and get into the house. And I loved it. I loved it, man. But like I said, that scene where Eddie, like he's trying to hold everything off. They knew they couldn't get out, and Dustin gets through, and then Eddie stops. I'm like, bruh, is Eddie about to do it?
Yeah, I was confused when they went back into the real world. I was like, what are they gonna do? I was confused about that.
Yeah. I did have a feeling when Dustin was climbing up the rope and Eddie just turned around and looked at it. I was like, yep, I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's gonna sacrifice himself, he's gonna save Dustin, and then when he picked up that weapon and he sliced the rope, I was thinking to myself, yep, I know what's coming.
Yeah,
I know what's coming.
I think he's
and then
he has been.
And then when they referenced,
he says that in the final episode.
Yeah, and when they referenced, when Eddie says, "I ain't running away." I ain't running away. He went out swinging, bro. This man went up against a swarm of fucking bats with just a trash can as a shield and a sword. I was like, bro, like you've got some guts. And I was actually saying this to Matty before that, like, well, like, you know how Spider-Man goes by with great power comes great responsibility. He took that great power with him and he took responsibility of the situation and he sacrificed himself. And that for me kind of felt like a Spider-Man moment because he had to, one, protect his friend, two, take responsibility of the situation, and three, show his true power of not running away. And that's exactly what he did. And I was like, man, this guy went down like a hero. He stood for what was right. He was protecting the one person that he connected with. And then when Eddie says, "This is finally my year," and then he says, "I love you, man."
Oh my God.
When he still was being himself after he was about to die, he still was Eddie.
And then when Eddie says to Dustin, "This is my year. This is finally my year. I love you, man." I was like, oh fucking hell, don't do this to me. And then when Dustin starts
therapy,
crying,
I need therapy, bro. I need therapy. Straight up.
like I'm not being funny, man, but like when you heard Dustin crying, saying Eddie, 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 and all of this, and oh man, like you would absolutely feel the pain that Dustin was feeling if that actually happened to you in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And my God, man, but the way they all acted in this whole entire season was just absolutely phenomenal. Like everyone nailed their roles. They put blood, sweat, tears, dedication, commitment, honor, courage, everything that you can name under the sun. They nailed this.
Yeah. Going back to what Crump was saying, like, do y'all think Vecna's been around since season 1? Yeah, he's been around since a long time. Clearly, he was the first one.
Yeah, 100%.
He was number one. He was the first one that Papa had, and then he got sent to the Upside Down. He's basically been controlling this entire situation. He's the one that sent the Mind Flayer creature and everything, because
I just think
he tells 11 that he was there. He started all of it.
Just made me think of SpongeBob. He was number one.
Yeah, and what was it? You guys know when Mike was saying to 11 when she was in Max's memory, like tied up from like the vines. I just loved how when they referenced season 1 when Mike first laid eyes on her. And he says that I loved you ever since I met you in the forest in the pouring rain. Literally, man, I felt that. I felt that here.
I love the references to the other seasons, like all the memories that they keep.
And like the transactions.
The way to keep Max alive, or at least to keep her safe. They kept having to go back to her good memories, like the way when she was happy. Max had to think of the memory when she was really happy. It's clearly,
and like you can definitely tell, out of those 3 years we had to wait, you can tell why this season took 3 years to make, because they had to do all this fucking editing, bro, and besides the special effects, the CGI, and everything.
Since you just brought CGI, Tyler, you said there was a part where the CGI was not finished. I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it at all.
No, I didn't notice anything.
It was when Vecna had 11 tied up, and you see his tentacles or whatever around her arms or whatever.
Oh yeah.
To me, it didn't look finished, and it's because it is unfinished. It's because apparently the final episode was not done until that morning when it came out. They literally finished it, and they sent in the final shots, and they literally came out and were like, "Yeah, if it looks unfinished to you, that's because it is unfinished." And it won't look fine until after a while. And I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of lazy."
Did your Netflix crash?
No.
I heard they said
it crashed early, but it didn't. Okay. It didn't crash when I watched it.
Okay, but you watched it like 10 in the morning, right, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you guys watch it like immediately in the morning?
I'm going to be brutally honest, and it might upset a few people, but I didn't like Mike this season.
Oh, I didn't either.
Yeah,
Fuck Mike.
I think Mike is probably the least interesting character in this.
He has
next to Jason.
He's
less interesting.
He's fallen so far from grace. It's not even funny, because I people said they didn't like him in season 2. I actually really liked him in season 2. Season 3, I was like, "What are we doing here?" And then season 4, I was like, "Yo, God, shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
he's supposed to be the heart, as what Will say. He's the heart of the group. No, 11 is the heart for real. Yeah. 11 is the heart, bro. Shit. Now at this point, like I said, this season it's Dustin. Dustin is really the heart of the group. Yeah, Dustin and Steve. I love that they involved Susie in the season. I kind of wish she was more. Hopefully in season 5, we get more of her in the show.
It was really, really good to see her back as well, because in season 3 when they sung that song, that was that was awesome.
I wonder if she's gonna come back in season 5.
That's what I was saying. I hope they bring her back.
I was like that yesterday, because obviously I watched the first episode with my family in the morning, and then I had tickets booked because I brought mum tickets to go see Elvis at the movies. So we went to see Elvis. And I wasn't on Facebook. I didn't go on Facebook because I knew someone would say something, and I just knew someone would do it. So I didn't go on Facebook. I watched Elvis with mum, and then got home and then put on the second episode, and oh man, I was blown away.
Yo, that you can't go on social medias, bro. They already spoiling thing. Like, and I think like
Exactly.
you said, Matt, like you should wait. I'm like, at this point, it's everyone's spoiling it on Facebook, so that's why I didn't mind doing the spoiler talk today. Because I'm like, everyone's already saying like
Yeah.
Max should have
Exactly.
died.
Yeah.
Like once you say
Yeah, and
Max should have
everyone's
died,
all
it's like that's how you know
everyone's
like
like
she
spoiling
almost
it.
died. Like,
Yeah, bro. If you haven't watched it the day of, or at least the day after, forget it.
yeah, you're done.
Yeah,
Like, 'cause,
yeah, and that was like the same with me. Well, like, because when Spider-Man: No Way Home came out, right?
Oh,
Mm.
forget
I
it.
I made sure that I went and saw it on the opening night because I knew people were gonna be like throwing out
Mhm.
spoilers and like ruining this movie for people, and I didn't want to be one of those people that would be falling into that trap.
Son, we
'Cause-
weren't even saved before the movie. We weren't even saved before the movie fucking came out because the
Yeah, with
shit,
those-
half the fucking movie leaked before the movie
yeah,
came
those
out.
photos
Yeah.
got definitely leaked with
You,
all three Spider-Man.
Did you guys see
Mhm.
Elvis yet?
I did.
I haven't seen
That shit
Elvis.
was awesome. It was really
Yeah.
good.
So good.
I haven't seen
Honestly,
Elvis yet.
Elvis
I'll
was
probably
a
wait for the-
masterpiece.
I'll probably wait for the 4K. I don't know if I'm gonna see that.
I can say that I went to the opening night with my parents, and
I really liked it.
Elvis Presley relates a lot to me. Because my dad actually brought me up with Elvis Presley, well, like the music side and everything, and my dad actually gave me Elvis's middle name, so
Nice.
I was very privileged to have that name, and when I saw this movie of Elvis, I was absolutely blown away. Lala, I didn't know a lot about Elvis's Presley's backstory or anything like that, but Colonel Son Parker, bro, what a fucking asshole he was.
Yeah, I loved it. Anyway, guys,
I did.
I'm going to have to jump off.
Yeah, we're about to end the stream. I just want to give like final thoughts and reactions to
No worries.
season 4. I loved it. It's my favorite out
Yep.
of all 4. I know I just saw it. Maybe it is recency bias, but I can see myself going back to watch this series. And maybe it is the nightmare feel to it because I love Freddy
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I love the vibe. I love the characters. I love the growth of the characters. Certain storylines and plots didn't work for me, but overall, I absolutely love the series.
Same
yeah,
here.
man. Second favorite season. If they had just tightened it up a little bit, this would have been my favorite season. But really good. I'm looking forward to the next season, the final season. Hopefully, knowing these fucking people, they'll be like, "Oh no, well, actually, we have another season."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I would say that season 4 has been my most favorite season out of this whole entire series so far, and I would rate it a solid 10 out of 10 because I just connected so well with the season, and I just loved everything about what the Duffel brothers had done, and I cannot wait to see how what season 5 is going to be playing out. I'm so excited. So yeah, I definitely rate it 10 out of 10. So
Awesome.
9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, Evander
Nine-
just basically said what I
9.5.
wanted to say. So yeah, absolutely, 10 out of 10. Duffer Brothers killed it. The merchandise sales have gone through the roof in HMV
Oh, yeah.
and online. It's just blown up. You can't even get a Hellfire t-shirt to save your life now. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's like the fucking Turbo Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, it's, but luckily I managed to grab one. And,
Yeah,
man,
well,
I'm just
unfortunately-
very hyped. I need therapy. I need a helpline to call. It was amazing. And, yeah, it was sick.
All right, you guys. Like I said, that will end our spoiler talk for Stranger Things season 4. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the season. Go ahead and spoil away. This is a spoiler talk. You guys can talk about all spoilers in the comment section below. And yeah, I would really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys joining me. Shout out to you, Matt. Shout out to you, Slay3r. Shout out to you, Tyler, for joining me today to talk about Stranger Things. I will put everyone's links in the description below. Go ahead and check out all their content. Check out Tyler's Instagram. Check out
Vengeance Media.
Ventures Media. You do more TikTok, right? You do more TikTok and Instagram.
TikTok
go check
and
them out.
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, and go check out Slay3r Reviews, his YouTube channel. I just subscribed, so yeah, go ahead and check them out. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Happy 4th of July, but guys, don't talk to you guys as well. And we're honest
Happy
with you
4th of
guys.
July to you guys.
Peace out.
Peace.